In the next several minutes, I'm going to show you a next generation Web3 decentralized application that uses interoperable, user-controlled data stores. Let's get into it. In the previous video, I told you about decentralized web nodes and how users are going to store their application data on these decentralized web nodes. This is like a personal cloud drive, as opposed to application data being siloed into individual application servers. This is one way that users take back control of their identities. Now, an early implementation of these DWNs is Ceramic Network. This allows users to create user-controlled data, and it's all controlled by the DID. So the DID that creates a data stream is the only entity that can update that data stream. And every data stream has its own data model. Essentially, what is the data and what format do we expect it to be? So an example of a data model for an application might be user profile data. This reoccurs everywhere across the internet. You create your first and last name, you upload a profile picture, a description of yourself, when you were born potentially, maybe a personal website, gender. We go through all of these different sign-up flows in the current web system, and we can imagine creating a ceramic data stream that conforms to basic profile data like this. And so an application is going to, essentially it's going to request that the user create this data stream and then fill in the values for it. And the user can go in at any time and change these values. Now, the really cool idea is when you start to stack application data streams on top of each other. So basic profile information is one that is going to be associated with a DID, but you could have many others like social connections. So you go into LinkedIn, you connect with a lot of people, but you can bring that social graph with you into other decentralized social media networks that you decide to join. Ceramic Network is going to allow decentralized applications to query the network with a user's DID, and it's going to be able to see a full index of all of the data streams associated with this DID. It's going to be able to see what the schemas of those streams are. And when I say schema, I mean data model. So this is the first record in the index, and we can see that this is some basic profile information right here. And then it pairs it in the index with the record ID, which is just another data stream that is controlled by the user, and the user can update these values at any point. Now, Ceramic has already implemented a product. This is called self.id, and we can connect our crypto wallet into this. It generates a DID for us. So this is DID. The method is 3. This is a Ceramic specific method. And then here's the identifier on that DID network right here. And what I can do is I can update profile information. I can upload images and banners. I can change my name. I can change my description, where I live, and all, et cetera, et cetera. This kind of looks like the basic profile information that I showed you earlier, and I can save it, right? Now, what has happened on the back end is that I now control this data stream that conforms to this basic profile schema, and any other application would be able to load this information for me by searching the Ceramic Network for my DID. So when I log in, that application is going to know my DID. It gets to search Ceramic for that DID, and it's going to see that I have a record and a data stream associated with this basic profile schema. And now it can load that information for me, and this is an example of an interoperable data set. I custody this data. I'm the only one that can edit it, but applications are going to be able to request access for this data set, and I can decide, yeah, give it read access, give it write access, etc., etc. This is a very exciting development, in my opinion. There are a lot of other really cool projects that are deployed on Ceramic or using Ceramic on the back end. DNS.xyz is an example of, it's a Web3 music app, so I can like songs in here, I can create playlists, and whenever I like a song or create a playlist, that information is stored in a Ceramic data stream for me. So other applications, music applications, would be interoperable with this. Another example, this is like makes the most sense to me, is Orbis.club. This is a social media service that is built on top of Ceramic. So you can think of a social media app as divided into 4 components. You've got your social feed, that is all of your posts and your timeline. You've got private messaging, so you can go off to the side and direct message people, and you're going to want encrypted channels for that. You've got profiles and followers, so these are people who are following you and who you are connected to. And then you have a commenting system, so you see other people's posts and you're able to comment on them. And so I don't know exactly how it happens on the back end, but you could imagine a data stream for each one of these components here. And now you have this, you custody all of the data associated with a social media network, and you're going to be able to plug this data in anywhere into all sorts of different applications. This is incredible. Ceramic is not the only project that is in this space of user-controlled data. There's also some others like SkyDB. There is a DApp hosting and deployment platform called Fleek, and that gives developers it allows developers to really easily integrate user-controlled storage in their DApps. And we've got some others like Kepler, Verida, and Privy.